Everyone. You can hear me fine? Great.
We can hear.
We tend to use Teams in the government, and so every few weeks I get brought into a Zoom call, and it's all very disorienting for me, even though they provide basically the same functions. I'm sure the people on the call feel the same way. I'm happy to be here. As mentioned, I'm Justin Brown. I'm a senior director in the Financial Crimes Policy team at the Department of Finance Canada. I've also asked my colleague Eva Dukas. Eva, I always forget how to pronounce her last name, whether English or French, but who's a senior advisor on the team. Eva. Eva has extensive experience on AML, so she can help round out any broader points that I make if there's specific questions. Eva's worked on a lot of the changes that David mentioned, at least in the past decade, not quite stemming back to 2001. I don't have a slide deck. I've just prepared some thoughts to share, and I'll be upfront. I'm not going to last 45 minutes. Maybe if I make it halfway through, that would be good. I think for me, I'm approaching this as an opportunity to talk about the high-level priorities of the government rather than provide a sort of laundry list of actions we've taken, because it would be quite the long list. We are sometimes tempted when we do outreach to just kind of itemize all of the legislative and regulatory measures that the government's made over the past few years, because it has been a lot of work. Political levels like to highlight that, the extent of the measures, because it shows how active the government's been. And officials like Eva and I like to do that because we've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into supporting the government and moving things forward. It's been a lot of work for the broader anti-money laundering team, and not just at the Department of Finance, but our colleagues at FinTrack, Public Safety, Department of Justice, RCMP, and many others have contributed to that extensive work. But it can get a little clunky. So my goal here is to highlight some of the strategic priorities for the AML ATF regime and what that means, both in terms of recent actions and what that could mean going forward. And so I also don't love talking for long periods of time, but I do love questions and answering them to the best of my ability. And so I'm hopeful that if I kind of do this level set introduction, that will stimulate some questions, and you can sort of direct Eva and me towards your areas of interest, and we'll do our best in responding to those questions.